everybody. Welcome back to another podcast. Now, I'm very excited because I'm joined by Sensei David Lambert, all the way from Australia. So we've managed to line up the time zones and everything. And we want to talk about the Gasshuku that you guys are having in November later on this year. So I'm going to be quiet for a while, which I'm sure everybody will be happy for. I'm going to pass the mic to DJ. DJ, do you want to introduce yourself and just kind of give us a little bit of your background from this absolutely fantastic dojo that we can see in your background, in the background there? And then we'll jump on to talking about this Gasshuku in more detail.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me. I'm David Lambert. I've been an IOGKF member for 35 years this year. I started training under my father in 1991 at our dojo here in Goulburn. And then I've traveled around the world, especially after high school and things like that. Spent a lot of time training with Nakamura Sensei in particular. And today I'm the president of the IOGKF, which is our Australian organisation, and have got the pleasure of organising this big event in November.
And tell us more about it, because I see a big, huge list of instructors. So it sounds like it's going to be an absolutely huge event. So tell us more about it.
Yeah, it's insane. So the history of the Asian Pacific event itself goes back a long way. During the 1980s and the 90s, it was a massive thing for IOGKF. It was basically held between Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji, and the Asian sort of side of things was sort of reserved for the World Buddha side.
Okay.
So yeah, it sort of over time became the Oceania Gasshuku, and then it's just kind of faded out of existence for one reason or another. And then Sensei Mystery in 2023 tried to kick things off with the first All Asia Gasshuku for IOGKF. And then at that particular event, we decided that it'd be great to bring the Pacific back in, and we're bringing back the Asian Pacific Gasshuku bigger and better than ever. So the original plan for this one was to host it in 2025. So we're all geared up for that. So we had the Buddha Sai in 2024, and we're meant to start the Asian Pacific in 2025, but it was just going to be too close to the big World Chief Instructors Gasshuku we had in Fuzhou last year. So we decided to delay it to November this year. And now we're off and running with Kazakhstan hosting it next year. So yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Big,
is that a little bit of a leak?
No. It's all out there. Yeah. Next June in Astana in Kazakhstan.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
we'll have the next one as well. So this should be an ongoing annual event for IOGKF, just like a European Gasshuku or an MCF and things like that. So yeah, we're really excited because it's great for our region. Yeah, especially for like the Australia New Zealand thing. We are a little bit away from everybody, so it's great to have more of the senior instructors coming down here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've actually been to Australia. I've actually been there for a Gasshuku, and I can put my hand on my heart and say it's absolutely amazing. I think my standout moment actually, I mean, there was loads of the training, obviously, and getting up early in the morning. But do you remember when we were outside training in the hotel and Sensei only got us out of bed? And like sparrows, and we were training, and then there was just a herd of kangaroo went by.
Yeah, in Canberra, I remember that well.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I was like training, very serious, trying to, the speed that Sensei Ernie trains at, and you're trying to keep up with him first thing in the morning. And it was just those all these. It was amazing. It's amazing. So tell us about the course itself, because obviously you have Nakamura Sensei, you've got Sensei Larson, Sensei Molyneux, Sensei Montero, Sensei Mystery, and then Sensei Yamashiro. The list goes on. So if I'm looking at this as an outsider, why should I go? What's in it for me?
Yeah, well, I guess like it's more than a Gasshuku, this event. We're basically planning like a week's worth of activity. So whoever comes down to Australia, especially from overseas, you can really build your own trip because we have lots of options. But the general gist of things is we want people to fly into Sydney whenever they're ready, look around, take a few days, check it out. Like you've been there, Sydney's awesome.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. The harbour. Oh my God.
Yeah. The harbour's amazing. And then on November 3, we're going to have a welcome party at the top of the Sydney Centrepoint Tower. So it's a 360-degree
Wow.
rotating restaurant, and we've booked it right on sunset. So we'll get to see the beautiful sunset over the harbour and then all the lights of the city. So that'll be a great way to kick things off, especially for our international guests. You can't get much more Australia than that.
Nope.
And then the next day on the 4th of November, we've got a private bus charter to bring everybody to Goulburn. So it's about a 2-hour drive, but on the way, we're going to stop halfway in the Southern Highlands of New South Wales, which is one of the most beautiful untouched areas of New South Wales. And there's a beautiful winery estate there where we've booked lunch for everybody. So again, like we had a couple of our students get married there about 6 months ago, and it was absolutely amazing.
So
So
I guess the challenge then, if you're in a winery, is getting everybody back on the
yeah,
bus.
that's right. Getting everyone back on the bus, a bit wobbly. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We want to have a good time. And then from the Thursday, we'll be here in Goulburn. You've been here before too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some city tours and stuff planned in the morning, which optionally people want to have a look around the place. But we've got black belt training here at the dojo all Thursday. So starting at around lunchtime, we've got a special chief instructors and country heads training with
Brilliant.
Sensei right here in the dojo, and fifth dan and above are also welcome to attend that. And then throughout the afternoon and into the evening, we've got sessions for Shodan, Nidan, and Sandan and Yondan, and they'll be taught by some of the up-and-coming instructors in IOGKF. And then we move into the full-on Gasshuku from the Friday. And on the Friday, we have training basically all day.
Wow.
And the venue we've got, it's the same venue we used when you came to Goulburn.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, massive
It's
halls,
massive.
restaurants there for lunch, like everything. Like it's spot on. The
Yeah.
kids have their entire building to themselves. They've got a separate building just next door. So
I think that was the one I taught the
crazy.
kids. I
Yeah,
taught the
that's
kids in
exactly
that one.
right.
Yeah. That was like 200 showed up. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, it was massive. Yeah. And and then that afternoon we have a downgrading, and that night we're having a black belt gala dinner, so everyone can frock up, get some nice photos, enjoy a nice meal together, and get to catch up. And then on the Saturday, we have training again throughout the morning till just after lunch, and then we have our AOGKF friendship tournament finals, which we host every year. And the
Brilliant.
Nakamura Sensei has allowed us to open up the black belt divisions for each country to enter one black belt in the kata and the kumite.
Ooh.
Um, so that's another great reason, especially if you're into the competition side of things, to come along and have a crack.
Yeah.
And then on the Sunday, we got another big day of training again, and we'll conclude the event with a master's demonstration. So all the senior instructors will
Instructors.
give a performance, yeah. And then we're just up the road here, about 2 minutes to the Kingsdale Winery, which has this beautiful, massive lake where the sun sets over. So we're going to have the sayonara party there. We've got live bands, lots of Aussie animals for everyone to enjoy.
Oh,
And we're going to try and organise the biggest game of Aussie outdoor cricket that's ever been played. So yeah, we're going to go full on Aussie, and
that
yeah,
sounds
try to give
incredible.
everybody an awesome experience. So it's a jam-packed week.
Yeah.
We call it an adventure more than a holiday, but we want everybody to come down and make the most of it.
Oh, that sounds absolutely incredible. So registration is still open, I'm guessing, and we're
Yeah.
coming close to the end of the early bird. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. So registration's open now on our website, which is australiakarate.com. And you can register. If you register before the 7th of August, you'll get the discounted early bird rate, and you also get the event t-shirt for free. We throw that in there. So the event t-shirt's got a unique Indigenous design.
I saw
Um,
that. Yeah, that looks
yeah,
incredible.
and it has to do, it tells a story of people coming from many places over land and oversea to come together in one location. So we thought that represented the
That's
Gasshuku
wonderful.
pretty well.
Yeah,
So yeah, we want
absolutely.
everyone to take home some authentic Indigenous art as well. And so if you sign up before the 7th of August, yeah, you get the cheaper rate and you get the t-shirt for free. After the 7th of August, we can't get you a t-shirt at all because we have so many to make, and the fees rate will go up. So yeah, we want to
Okay.
encourage everybody to jump on before the 7th.
Brilliant. And I've done one of these videos previously for the guys who were organizing the European Gasshuku. And
Yeah.
after that, we had a few questions that came out. So if people have questions, if they're kind of just making their last minute decisions, are you best person to reach out to? Should
Yeah,
they?
yeah, they can get in touch with us. We've got an email address at admin@australiakarate.com.
Brilliant.
Or they can just jump on the website and follow the links. Yeah.
Fabulous. Anything else people should know before they kind of click that registration button?
Yeah, I think Australia is really like a final frontier for IOGKF. The last time we had a world event of sorts down here was probably the 2000 World Chief Instructors Gasshuku, and my father was organising that, and obviously passed away a few months before, and it didn't quite
Oh,
take off
wow.
the way that we'd hoped it would. So yeah, I guess I felt for what's that, like 26 years, that yeah, like I really have this debt to pay back to
Sure.
IOGKF to put on a really big successful event here in Australia. Not just for our members, but for the world. I want everyone to come and enjoy our country and experience our unique Aussie hospitality. And also to show our full support for Nakamura Sensei. You know, he's
Mm.
a wonderful human being, and I know everyone here in Australia really, really believes in him. And yeah, to have him back on our shores is something really special. So yeah, we want to make the most of that. And when Sensei comes, we go all out on everything. Like this Gashuku's with music plays a big part in it. We've never done anything like that before. Big screens at the front of the hall, things like that. Even our little dojo smart cars making a dramatic entrance with Sensei at one point. So we've got all sorts of things that you've never seen at any other Gashuku. I promise you'll go away saying, "Oh, that was totally different to what we'd experienced
Wow.
before." We're just trying to take it a whole nother level up.
That's incredible. That's amazing. And I mean, I've certainly, as I say, I've been there, so I've certainly felt that welcome and just, I mean, I think at one stage it took me about 20 minutes to leave a room because I had to say goodbye to everybody and like those hugs and see you soon and see you at the next Gash Q. And I think that's, you know, the really, it's just so wonderful about our association in that
Yeah,
you do make friends for life. You know, I'm already getting messages from people who I'm going to see at the European Gash next week, or
yeah,
week after next. Kind of, oh, I'll see you there. Let's go for a drink. And it,
yeah,
going all the
yeah.
way to Australia is just, as you say, it's the final frontier in a lot of ways. Let's get that
Yeah,
Star
it is.
Trek
Yeah,
reference in there
yeah,
from the two
yeah.
Trekkies in the room, you know?
I can't do it very well, but,
Hey,
but the lineup of instructors like
it's
itself, I think,
exceptional.
yeah, yeah, it's massive. And like talking to Nakamura Sensei and just going back through the IOGKF history, there's never been an international event that's had so many instructors at it. And of course, like we've got like the incredible executive committee, like Nakamura Sensei, Sensei Henrik, Sensei Ernie, Sensei George, always phenomenal. But also we wanted to bring some of the really senior instructors and
Mm,
country heads from
yeah,
around the Asian Pacific as well.
yes.
And not a lot of people may have trained with them. You've got, of course, Yamashiro Sensei, Sensei Mystery is amazing. Sensei Joe, our chief instructor for AOGKF here in Australia. And also Sensei Aman from Kazakhstan,
Yeah.
phenomenal martial artist. And of course, a lot of people haven't trained with Sensei Raj and Sensei John from New Zealand.
Mm.
They are both really decent people, but also very good martial arts. In fact, when we had the Asian Pacific Gasshuku here in 1996, Sensei Raj, I think it was like a young Shodan or Nidan. He actually won the Kata in the Asian Pacific tournament back
Wow, not
then. So
surprising. Not surprising.
yeah, 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 yeah. And of course, yeah, we have Sensei Zenat Mystery. This is the first time she's taught on like a really big major international event. And also Sensei Yan, who many people know from
In
Germany.
Germany, yeah.
Phenomenal martial
And
artist, like
we've
I'm
had
really
Sensei
excited.
John Marble in our dojo
Yeah,
actually in London. So he was over visiting some family and he took us on one of the sessions. He was kind enough to come along and yeah, I mean, it's just, you're like, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
blown away,
It's
It really,
amazing. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And
It's
that's the
such a
feeling
great
we want
idea
people to get.
to give, people a platform who are, who have dedicated a life to training so that they can
Yeah,
then
yeah,
step up and see what it's like to
yeah.
teach on some of these big events. I think it's amazing.
And I think like we also have like instructors that are sort of just hitting that chief instructor level or well on their way to it, like Sensei Manuel from Chile, Sensei
Mm,
Gary from Scotland, who we've had before, and of course like Sensei Kale from Denmark. She's
yes.
amazing. I absolutely love training with her every
Yeah.
single time. You've got the amazing Sensei Levan from Georgia. And anyone who's trained with Sensei Levan knows he's top quality. He's definitely a man for the future of our organization, I think. Sensei Raymond from the Dominican Republic / New York trains so hard all the time. One of
Yeah.
the most humble guys I know. And then we've got like people like Sensei Sita from Canada.
Canada.
She's been like basically an uchi deshi of Nakamura Sensei for so long. She's such a phenomenal martial artist. She was teaching in Georgia just the other week too. And then of course you've got my lovely wife, Sensei Shanae, who in Australia, like we just think the world of her. She's done such a huge thing. The membership for our organisation, the IOGKF, we've got about 1,000 members. It's almost 50-50 male to female, and she's really led the charge on
Yeah,
that.
that says
So
a lot, doesn't it, really?
yeah, it's really fantastic. And then of course, Sensei DK from Canada.
Hey,
Yeah,
need no introduction.
no introduction at all. Everyone knows him, Mr. IGK. And then, of course, we got Sensei Yorgi and Sensei Natalie from Georgia as well, who, again, both phenomenal martial artists. And I think we can all really learn a lot from them. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm really grateful for them all coming. But two of the other things that we're doing, which I guess is kind of unique for the community, we're opening two free seminars for people who aren't martial artists that want to come along and learn. And that's a free women's self-defense course that will be run by Sensei Shanae, and Sensei John Marivals doing a free wheelchair self-defense course
Wow,
for the
amazing.
community as well. So yeah, so it's a great way to bring IOGKF members together, but it's also really good that these really senior instructors are also wanting to
Giving
give
something
back
back.
to the
Yeah. And
local
I think that's
community.
what you find within our association. There's so many people who are so humble and so yet so senior,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
very willing to give their time. And when you go into these events, you just see there's so much energy
yeah.
that's just poof, it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm really
Brilliant.
grateful, and we're so excited. This is for us like it'll never get any bigger than this. I don't. I keep telling my students I don't know if it'll happen again in Australia because one, it took like 30 years to get it back here, and two, I'm not sure if I'd ever be so silly enough to try and organise something this big ever again. But I'm really pumped, and to think that in a few months, like yeah, like some of my really dear friends and mentors are all going to be here
Fabulous.
in our dojo and at
It's
our
going to be
home.
special. It's going to be
Yeah,
amazing. It's going to be
just
absolutely amazing.
yeah, yeah. I
That's
hope
been
you can come
absolutely
too.
yay. That's been
We'll come back
absolutely
there.
amazing. I really wish you the very best of luck with this event. I think it's
Thank you
going to be
so much.
amazing. I will add in some of the email addresses and links that you've mentioned at the just following this, so that people can reach out, and hopefully it will be a huge event. And I look forward to the pictures. I think the pictures are going to be amazing
Yeah,
of
really
everybody
amazing. Yeah.
together. And
And
I
I'll be
just
at the European Gasshuku too. So if anyone over there's got questions, yeah,
ah
please
yes, of
come and
course,
put me in a
yes,
headlock and ask me, and I'll do my best to answer.
brilliant. Thank you for your time today. That has
Thank
been
you.
DJ David Lambert,
Yeah,
and
thank you for
as
all
I
you
say,
do.
following this, we'll put up some of the links.
Yeah, thank you.